Is this what betrayal feels like? It's a single notification, a ping from a burner phone, and my entire world just shattered into a million pieces? The file contained 3 images, and the last one. The last one showed my wife, Sarah, kissing another man on the steps of the Art Institute of Chicago. My heart stopped. Who was this man, and how long had this been going on? If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. It started subtly. Little things. Sarah, who always complained about working late, suddenly seemed energized by it. She started dressing up more for her client dinners, wearing perfumes I'd never smelled before. When I'd ask about her day, the answers became vague, just a blur of meetings and deadlines. We lived in a beautiful brownstone in Lincoln Park. A life we built together over 10 years. I thought we were happy. I really did. Then came the phone calls. She'd step out onto our small balcony overlooking Clark Street, her voice a low murmur. If I walked in, she'd snap the phone shut, a forced smile on her face. "Just a work thing, honey," she'd say, her eyes not quite meeting mine. She became cold, almost cruel. One night I tried to hug her and she flinched, pulling away like I was a stranger. "I'm just tired, Mark," she said, her voice like ice. That was the night I knew something was terribly wrong. Doubt is a poison. It seeped into my every thought. I started losing sleep, replaying every conversation, every excuse. The man in my head, the faceless shadow stealing my wife, haunted me. Was I not enough? Was our life a lie? The humiliation was a physical weight on my chest. I felt small, pathetic. I decided I couldn't live in the dark anymore. I needed the truth, no matter how much it hurt. That's when I contacted a private investigator, a discreet firm downtown. I felt sick doing it, like I was betraying her, but she had left me no choice. A week later, the first report came. It was a simple timeline of her movements. Lunch at a fancy spot in the West Loop, followed by a trip to a boutique hotel on Michigan Avenue. The investigator, a gruff man named Frank, was clinical. She met a man. They were inside for 2 hours. He didn't need to say more. My hands trembled as I read the words. Then came the photos. Sarah, laughing, holding hands with a tall, smug-looking guy in a tailored suit. They looked so comfortable, so happy. The final image, the one of them kissing, was the kill shot. My breath hitched. I stumbled to the bathroom and was sick. The breakdown was violent and total. I sat on the cold tile floor, clutching my stomach, the sobs racking my body until I was empty. When the grief subsided, something else took its place. A cold, hard clarity. The woman I loved was gone, replaced by a stranger who had lied to me, humiliated me, and felt zero remorse. They thought they were untouchable, laughing at the fool she came home to every night. That's when the plan began to form. Revenge wouldn't be loud and messy. It would be silent, precise, and absolute. I started playing the part of the oblivious, loving husband. I brought her flowers, complimented her, told her I missed her. Every word was a lie, a carefully placed stone in the trap I was building. Meanwhile, Frank continued his work. He identified the man, David, a senior partner at a rival investment firm. Even better, David was married, with 2 kids, in a posh suburb. Frank gathered everything: hotel receipts, text messages I forwarded from her unlocked iPad, even audio recordings from a bug I had implanted in her car. Her conversations with David were sickening. They mocked me, my job, my love for her. They planned a future together, funded by my money after she divorced me and took half of everything. The trap was set. Sarah's birthday was approaching, and she wanted a big party at our house. "Let's invite everyone, honey, all our friends, our family," she'd said, her eyes shining with fake excitement. It was perfect. I hired caterers. A bartender filled our home with flowers. I even bought her a beautiful, expensive necklace. The night of the party, our house was filled with laughter. Sarah was the center of attention, glowing. Her parents were there, my parents, our closest friends. David, of course, was not invited. I waited until everyone was gathered for toasts. I stood up, glass in hand, and smiled at Sarah. "I have a special presentation for my amazing wife," I announced. The lights dimmed, and a large screen I'd rented descended from the ceiling. Sarah looked confused, then pleased, probably expecting a slideshow of our happy memories. Instead, the first image flashed on screen, Sarah and David, kissing on the steps of the Art Institute. A collective gasp went through the room. Then the next photo, them entering the hotel. The next. A text message from Sarah to David. Can't wait to leave this boring life. Mark is so clueless. The room went silent. I watched Sarah's face drain of all color. Her smile faltered, replaced by pure, panicked horror. Her parents stared, mouths agape. For the last 6 months, my wife Sarah has been having an affair with this man, David Miller. I then played a short audio clip from her car. Her voice clear as day, laughing with David about how she was going to fleece me in the divorce. The chaos erupted. Her mother started crying.
Oh.
Her father just stared at me. Then at her, his face a mask of shame. My friends looked at me with pity, and at her with disgust. I let the scene burn for a moment before delivering the final blow. Don't worry about the divorce, Sarah. I've already filed. Our joint accounts have been frozen. And all this evidence, I said, gesturing to the screen, has been sent to my lawyer. It's also been sent to David's wife. I believe she'll be very interested. Sarah just stood there, completely broken. Her world, her reputation, her future, all incinerated in a single moment of public exposure. She tried to speak, but only a choked sob came out. People started leaving, unable to look at her. Soon, it was just the two of us in the wreckage of our life. I walked over, took the necklace I'd bought her from its box, and placed it on the table. Happy birthday, I said, my voice devoid of any emotion. Then I turned and walked out the door, leaving her alone in the silent, empty house. I never saw her again. Sometimes late at night, I wonder what happened in the moments after I left. I picture her standing there, the party lights still twinkling around the ruins of her life. The silence must have been deafening. The end.